In this video, we will discuss how to enter businesses or people that have donated an item or a service to your organization that can be sold at auction. We will also discuss how to enter those goods or services into Tradewinds. Before we get started, we need to make a distinction between a person or business that contributes something to the auction versus a person or business that has made a monetary contribution. Tradewinds has developed terminology to make each one unique. For a business or a person that has contributed goods or services to the organization for sale at a fundraising event, Tradewinds has designated that contributor as a benefactor. Individuals or business that make a monetary contribution to the organization, Tradewinds has designated them as a donor. Let's get started. From the landing page, click on the Event button. Next, click on the Inventory tab. The Inventory tab is where all donated goods and services are recorded and managed. This is Spire's atomic inventory system. What exactly is an atomic inventory system? Basically, Tradewinds treats all goods and service in one of two ways. An individual donated item or service, or a donation that contains multiple items such as a case of wine. Let's take a closer look at what makes up the inventory area of Tradewinds. There are three buttons that display the different aspects of the inventory section. First, in gray, we see Donations. This is where new benefactors and/or new items are entered into Tradewinds. Next we see Inventory. When clicked, this will display the atomic inventory. Simply put, it will display all the individual items entered into Tradewinds. Lastly, we see the Benefactors button, and when clicked, it will display all the benefactors that have been created in Tradewinds. As we have mentioned, Tradewinds keeps track of all the donations made by benefactors. The Donations section will display all donated items. Whether the donation was a single item, or a donation was a single unit that contained multiple pieces such as the case of wine we referred to earlier, all the contributions will be reported under the Donation button. Under the Inventory tab, you will see all the individual items that have been contributed to your organization. The atomic inventory system was designed to be able to assign individual items recorded in the atomic inventory system to current or future events. We will discuss how to assign items to an event in a future video. Let's create a new benefactor and add a single item. Just a quick note, you can tell if you are looking at donations, inventory or benefactors by the color of the subtag. If a tab is gray, you are looking at the data under a tab and that tab is inactive. If the tab is blue, that is active and when clicked, you will view the data under that tab. Under the Donation tab, click the green plus button into Toolbar area. This will open a new benefactor window. Enter the name of the item or service that has been contributed. Click on the item number field. This will auto-populate an item number. Again, this is only a number assigned as an item or service that has been donated to the organization. Enter a short description. Click into the item type field and select one of the following options: basket, basket item, dine and dash, donation. In the field marked auction type, set the item as being a silent auction item or a live auction item. Next, click into the field named category. Select from the pull-down menu the category that best describes this item. In the next section, enter the quantity of the item being created. In the field labeled Enter Unit, select from the menu the most appropriated description. Enter the value of the item in the Value field. If the item is subject to sales tax, check the taxable checkbox. Tradewinds will auto-calculate the opening bid amount. A Buy It Now price will be calculated if selected in the event settings. If you have a picture of the item, drag and drop a copy in Image field. Enter a detailed description of the item. Please note, all fields in the pink salmon color are required fields. After entering the item information, click on the tab labeled Benefactor. Select the benefactor type. Is this a business or a personal contribution? In this case, we are entering a business contribution. Select the Business button. A window will appear. Enter the name of the business. If the business has already been entered into Tradewinds, the business name and information will appear in the field below the business's name. Click the business if it is the same, and Tradewinds will auto-populate the business information. If the business is new, enter the business name, then click on the New button at the bottom of the window. Enter the first and last name of the contact at the business. If there is a partner or spouse, their name can be entered. Click Close to close the window and set the record. If you have a logo for the benefactor, you can drag and drop that into the benefactor window. When done, click the Close button to close the window. As we mentioned earlier, Tradewinds will create individual item records if the contribution consists of more than one piece. When entering in the quantity, enter the total number of pieces that comprise the contribution and the value of per item. Tradewinds will create the records and calculate a total value for the contribution. Under the Inventory button, you will see the 9 individual records. Note the item number. A base item number of 000. As more benefactors and items are added, the list of donations will increase, as will the list of benefactors. Here is a brief explanation of the columns displayed under Donations. Under the Donation tab, you will see the following columns of information: item name, item short description. A blue letter P will appear if there is an image of the item. Item number, aka the donation number, quantity of the contribution, unit, item type, auction type, value for each item, total contribution value. Under the Inventory button, you will see the following columns of data: item name, brief description, item number, which is the atomic inventory number, unit, item type, auction type, value, event the item has been assigned to. Select checkbox. We will discuss this select checkbox and assigning items to an event in our next video. If the Benefactor button is clicked, the list will show the benefactors that have been entered into Tradewinds. If you click on a benefactor, you will be able to review or update their information. You can also see a history of the contributions they have made. Lastly, you can add a new item contributed by the benefactor by clicking the New Donation button. Just fill in the fields and add the new item to the benefactor's record. Tradewinds was designed to make setting up and managing your events easier than ever. By creating a database of benefactors and an atomic inventory system, Tradewinds makes it a breeze to create and manage new fundraising events. If you need further assistance in learning this or any portion of Tradewinds, our support staff is always ready to help you. Call this number. We love helping those who help others.